Hi everyone! Here we go, social media strategies part 2, because I did not talk fast enough and my phone did in fact die. But that's okay, because I was getting really fired up and now we have a phone charger, so I'm not worried about it anymore. So if you're joining me again for part 2, I want to say thank you so much for hopping on here. We were just wrapping up on Facebook. We're about to get into LinkedIn and how that can help you as an agent. So I want to give a couple more seconds for people to hop on because I know they're on one video and now there's a second video. I'm sorry, I did not know that my phone was that close to dying, but that's because I've been on it working all day long, which I'm not complaining. Super grateful for, super love catching up with everyone on my phone, online, especially because I'm having to make up for all the lack of physical meetings that I'm having. So anyway, did anyone have any questions about Facebook? Go ahead and put them in the comments. I know some people are still watching the other video because there's a delay. So if it's your first week in DAC, I want you to comment first week because we want to give you a shout out because it's incredible that you said yes to this opportunity and that you're on this video. We want to make sure that you are recognized for the superstar that you are. And if you are just joining us, I want you to comment the first thing you're going to do when this pandemic is over. I'm going to eat chips and queso and go somewhere tropical. Okay? So, like I was saying at the end of the last video, with engagement, if the only people that are commenting on your post on your Facebook profile or liking it or anything like that, if the only people that are doing that are in DAC or longevity or like your mom or something, right? Or your husband. If those are the only people that are liking and commenting on your stuff, then there's a problem. You have an engagement problem, and the way to fix that is, number one, you need to go and find other people in your friends list that you haven't seen their stuff in a long time. Go comment on their stuff. Go like their stuff. Because that'll let Facebook know that you want to see their stuff. They want to see your stuff, right? Also, trick number 2 is having an engagement post on your profile. There we go. Everyone's hopping on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for that phone dying delay. But now we have a charger and we can go all night long. No, I'm just kidding. So number 1, go and comment on people's posts. Go like their posts, especially if it's someone that you haven't seen in a while, right? Like in our Facebook newsfeed, the way the algorithm works is Facebook tries to pick what we like and show us more of that. Okay, so you might see the same 10 or 20 people's posts every day. And that's happening for a reason. Facebook thinks you like those people more than everybody else on your friends list, okay? So, hey, Sarah. So you want to go and comment on other people's posts that you haven't seen, Maybe you have a list of prospects or, family or friends, and you're like, wow, I haven't seen their post in a long time, but I know that we're Facebook friends. Go and search them out. Go comment on something. That'll help with your engagement problem. The other thing that you can do is to post an engagement post on your profile. And when I mean engagement post, it's not, getting down on one knee. It's not something cheesy or anything. It's really just a post that is targeting people to comment, okay? And it does not have to be business related. In fact, it's better if it's not. So one thing that I always like to do when Dustin, my husband, and I finally get a date night, like they're few and far between, not because we can't afford a babysitter anymore, just because of our schedules, but I'll have a post, saying where's the best place to eat in Dallas, Texas, or where's the best place to eat in Oklahoma City, and all of the people on my friends list and his friends list, because I'll tag him in it, they start commenting, right? Everyone loves to give their opinion on Facebook, right? Like we all know this with politics and like all these things. So people will give their opinion. So you can do something like that on your profile to help other people that maybe haven't commented on your stuff to start commenting. And then they'll see your post and you'll see their posts and it'll start changing for you. Okay, so I hope that answered some of your engagement questions. You could even have a post because of Corona, right? Like no one's asking for restaurant recommendations right now. You could even have a post saying, what's the first thing you're going to do when this is over, right? Like, I've asked all of you guys to comment. You could have a post like that, and everyone will comment. Number one, because we're all on our phone, right? Like, we're all, clearly I am because it died, but we're all on our phone all day, and, they have the time to comment, Everyone's looking for stuff to do right now, so you can do that on your profile today to help with engagement. I forgot that I wrote notes behind me. It's not funny. They were up there the whole time, and I just didn't even reference them. But this was with the curiosity post that I was talking about. Number one, to include the benefits. We talked about that. If you can bring in some emotion to the post, that's even better. And what that means is, instead of like, oh, I'm so proud of Linda because, she helped a business owner and this month and was able to buy a new jet ski. Like, okay, there's not really a lot of emotion right there, right? She might have enough money to buy a jet ski, and that's awesome. And there's always a time and place to promote that kind of thing, because for us, when we got started, whenever they said we could get a car bonus, I was like, that perked my interest, right? I want my car paid for. There's a time to post things like that, but right now I feel like it needs to be a little bit more emotional, because all of us are emotional through this uncertainty and through this time. So when you are doing a curiosity post on Facebook, you want to include the benefits, right? So instead of saying, I'm so proud of Linda, she helped a business owner and went and bought a new jet ski, I might say, I'm so proud of Linda, working from home benefit. She is not worried about buying groceries for her family, this month and next month. So proud of you, Linda. # love what we do, right? That's better. Then people are like, I'm worried about buying groceries. I need to know what Linda and Kelsey are doing. Does that make sense? So things to avoid: company name and service name or product if you're marketing products. So the reason why I say that is because you don't want them to go Google it, right? You don't want them to, join a different opportunity because something else shows up on Google whenever they Google David Allen Capital, right? You don't want that to happen. You want the only way for them to get into the opportunity is through you. Okay, that's just common sense. And then also, through this emotional time, leave out the call to action. Call to action in Facebook marketing is where you ask them to comment or you ask them to send a message. It kind of just gives you a bad taste in your mouth right now. I'm not saying it can't happen later, because I've definitely done call to actions and it's been successful. But when you do have an emotional post like that, and then you add on, message me today if, you're wanting to work from home and pay for your groceries too. It's oh, well, she told me a great story, but then it was just to pitch me, right? It just changes the taste in your mouth, okay? And it gets rid of that mystery. So make sure that you include some benefits, add some emotion if you can, and then leave off the company name, service, or the call to action, okay? So moving on from Facebook, everybody, we're going to briefly talk about LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn, and if you guys love LinkedIn too, I want you to comment LinkedIn so we can celebrate together how awesome it is. And if you don't have one yet, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, guess what? Most of us are under a stay-at-home order, and you have time to create one, and not only create one, but create a good one, because I'm going to make sure that you do, right? So comment LinkedIn profile, and we will share tips and tricks. Yes, Cheryl Ann, she likes LinkedIn. Jennifer's learning about LinkedIn. So here's a little stat for you guys. LinkedIn, 79% of B2B marketers see LinkedIn as an effective source of lead generation. 79%. And B2B, that's you, right? That's us. B2B is business to business. So you're a business and you're marketing to businesses, right? So that's you. You need to get on LinkedIn. And like I said, you have the time now to create that profile, to, learn it and watch videos. And, this Facebook live video is not going to make you a LinkedIn superstar, but it is I have some things that you can take right now and start changing things up on LinkedIn, okay? So you can watch videos in your free time. You can study up on it. So LinkedIn, I love it right now. See, way to go. LinkedIn attracted a new partner. So here's the thing. I love LinkedIn right now because it's so fresh and it's so pure. And when I say that, I mean like with algorithms, right? Like as of right now, you don't necessarily have to pay to play to be successful on LinkedIn. Facebook business pages, things like that, you kind of do, right? Like Facebook has moved where there's all these algorithms and you kind of have to pay to get your stuff seen on business pages, which again, if you use your personal profile like I taught you guys, you'll, have some money and recruits and stuff coming in, okay? But anyway, LinkedIn, it's kind of like how Facebook was like 10 years ago, okay? But here's the thing. With LinkedIn, number one, you have to have a professional profile, okay? That's like a given, okay? So your picture needs to be great. I actually had someone, which I'm kind of like Jennifer on here. She said she reactivated her profile. I've kind of been going so fast that I haven't even like attempted LinkedIn. Not that I don't know how to use it. It's just I've been so busy over here in Facebook and Instagram and Facebook groups and all these things that now that I actually have the time and I'm not going to dance every night or I'm not going to all these different activities because everything's been canceled, I actually have the time to do a good job and do it correctly, and so it's exciting. It doesn't matter if you're just starting or you've had LinkedIn or you need to revisit it, right? Like the time is now. Okay, business to business marketing. That's what you want to do. And so you want to have a professional profile. Your picture needs to be great. Okay, I'm just saying. With Facebook, which I didn't even talk about profile pictures on Facebook, but I will. But with Facebook, it doesn't necessarily have to be a headshot, right? With LinkedIn, I would encourage that because it is more of a professional platform. It's more of a businessy platform. Do I think you need to be like all stuffy and like in a suit and tie and stuff? No, absolutely not. But it does need to be clear. It needs to, obviously be you. It doesn't need to be a picture of you and your husband, like all these things, right? It needs to be a good professional profile picture because that's really big next to your bio as to what people see. Okay, so make sure that's great. And you have the time to take a great picture right now, right? Like iPhones are pretty awesome. Androids are pretty awesome. They take pretty great pictures. Just make it happen. I believe in you. I know that you can. Also, a relatable bio. So you want to put, what you're doing in there, right? Like small business, superhero, or, like things like that in there. But you want to make it relatable. You want to, kind of like with the stuffiness of the suit and tie, same thing with the bio. You want to be professional, but you don't want to be so far out of reach that people feel like they can't reach out to you on LinkedIn. So think about that because when you're dealing with small business owners, you guys know this, I know this, you're dealing with business owners of every different type, right? Like there are very successful small business owners that like surf all day and you know what I mean? Like they wear flip-flops and they don't want to hear like your super snazzy scripted bio, right? Like they're not into that. But then you have the other side where they are very professional and they don't like to mess around. So you kind of need to have like a happy medium in your LinkedIn bio. Okay, this is like numero uno important for LinkedIn, you guys. Post content, okay? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you go to LinkedIn, it's kind of like blogging a little bit, but it's tied to your profile. That is where you're going to see success. That is where, it's pure and it's fresh and the algorithms are correct. Like 79% of marketers think that LinkedIn is it, but do you know how many people are actually posting content on LinkedIn out of those marketers? It goes down into the 20s, okay? So you can set yourself apart. You can set yourself above those marketers that are having success by posting content. Now, what am I saying? I'm not saying sell on all of your posts, right? What you want to do on LinkedIn is add value, add benefit, right? So if you're marketing to business owners, how can you add value to them right now? How can you, be of benefit to them right now? yes, you will have posts where it's just about the capital, or it's just about the payment processing, or, the healthcare solution, or whatever. But all the other in-between posts need to be something else. You can't just sell on LinkedIn, but you will be attractive and more businesses will look at you if you are posting content that adds value and is a benefit to them. Okay, so some ideas right now with what we're going through is, I'm actually stealing this from Adrian. He's trending on LinkedIn right now, you guys, from the work from home hashtag. His video was how to boost your mood while you're working from home. That's it. It's just a video of him talking about it, right? Trending, okay? Lots of views on LinkedIn. You guys can do that. How to Zoom effectively, how to use Facebook Live, how to keep your kids entertained while you're trying to work, right? No, I'm just kidding. I need that. If you guys have that benefit, please send it my way. But, how can you be a benefit to them? How can you talk about things that they need right now? Because they're going to look to you and they're going to see those things and they're going to say, wow, Lisa knows what she's doing. Wow, Tanya knows what she's doing. Jennifer knows what she's doing. Linda knows what she's doing. Cheryl Ann, right? And they're going to see that. And then when you post about payment processing, or you post about your capital option or your healthcare option, you've already put yourself up here. And these are all the other, B2B marketers down here. You are already coming across as a servant and not spammy Sally. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do a full-blown LinkedIn video by itself. I wanted to get on here and talk about Facebook and these LinkedIn things because that's something you can do tonight, right? Like, you can come up with some content tonight. Maybe you need to list it out. What do I want to post on my Facebook profile this week? What do I want to post on my LinkedIn profile this week? You have these options and you have the time. And don't forget to connect. Reach out to people, show them some love. We need love right now, right? Like, wouldn't you agree? Like, even myself, like when someone tells me, they just message me randomly and they're like, hey, I was thinking about you. Hope your family's doing okay. Like, it means something to me. And you guys can do that. You guys can, start this ripple effect. People are going to remember that. Maybe they want to join your team. Maybe they need a loan. Maybe they need discounted processing. But they're going to remember you being the servant leader. They're going to remember you, like, actually caring about them and their family during this difficult time. There's so many network marketers and service providers out there that are just like messing it up right now, right? Like, I get so many messages a day and I'm like, you guys are doing this wrong. Like, you're going to mess up this profession. Like, stop it. But they're like being spammy and, oh, told you should have been working from home a long time ago. Like, no one wants to hear that, first of all. And it's so bad. It's so like unloving and just terrible. So just make sure that you guys are putting that love out there. Like tonight, reach out to, 10 people. Say, hey, I was thinking about you. Hey, I want to see how you're doing. Hey, because some people, you don't even know that they're struggling, right? Like, you just want to reach out to them and say you love them, or, how's your family, how's your kids, and then sometimes, I'm not saying this happens every time, and it's not why you're doing this, but sometimes they'll reach back and be like, I've been thinking about that thing that you talked to me about, like, 2 years ago. Like, I need to do it. Like, my job's not stable, right? Like, they'll come to you and they'll say those things, or, business owners. Maybe talk to the business owners that you've reached out to in the past. Not to pitch them the loan, but, to say, how are you doing? How's your business? How are you holding up? Are you making it through all this craziness? Just be the person that cares. That's going to set you apart, and it's going to help you out in the long run. So I hope you guys got value from these videos. I'm sorry that there's a part 1 and part 2. That will hopefully never happen again, but never say never. If you got value and you want to learn more about social media, whether that's Facebook Messenger, whether that's Facebook groups, whether that's Facebook Live, whether that is how to do more posting on your profile or your business page. We didn't even talk about that tonight. Or you want to learn more about LinkedIn or Twitter or, email marketing, all of the things, you guys. This is my jam. I get super fired up talking about it, if you can't tell. I'm passionate about it. I want to help you. I know that this is a trying time, but you guys are already a step above everybody else, right? Like, we've always had this side gig, or if it's your first week, it's your first week and now you have this side gig, right? Like, it's awesome. And the last thing I want you guys to do is be, frozen at home, just not knowing how to take that step online or how to, message someone. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to train more about it. If you liked what you saw today, please put that in the comments. So then, we can know if you want more. You can comment more if you want more online or email marketing training. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Like I said, I'm Kelsey. I love y'all. Don't slow down on the payment processing because you guys know I love it so much. So don't slow down. I think we're going to have a payment processing webinar on Tuesday night. That'll be really good, and I'll have a voice. Last time I did it, I did not. So it'll be really good. So make sure you guys get your teams on there. We're going to talk about some of the stories that came up and how to actually market payment processing through this pandemic, because it's important. We can't slow down. Businesses are coming to us because they want to save that money. They want to have those mobile payment options for restaurants and things like that. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great Sunday night, and we will talk soon online, virtually, because that's what we have to do now. Bye!